Alex, first of all, a very warm welcome to your 91.9 Friends FM Kolkata.
Thank you, Animesh. It is my pleasure to be here speaking with you today. Thank you.
So, nearly 40 lakhs of people are listening to you on our show Box Office right now as you are in Kolkata. Few words for City of Joy. Let's start the conversation with Kolkata.
Absolutely. I love this city. I've been coming to this city for over 15 years. I've shot multiple films here dating way back to Chittagong with Manoj Bajpayee, Barry John, Nawazuddin, and Rajkumar Rao. He and I came back. We did Bo's Dead or Alive. And then after that, I started shooting my first Bengali features with Ethiopi John. And now I'm back for Golondaaj. And I could not be more excited for this film and also to be here and celebrate Puja with all of you.
Superb. Sir, Golondaaj is releasing on 10th of October.
That's right.
So how you are feeling and what you want to say about your role, Major Frederick?
Incredibly excited. This is a very important film, not just for entertainment purposes, but also because it is about a turning point in history.
Yes.
It is about a moment when, I think, in my humble opinion, the Bengali people, the Indian people recognized that they deserved freedom, that they could beat the British at their own game. It wasn't as if, they challenged them at a kabaddi match. No, they challenged them at football, the national sport, so to speak, of Great Britain. And they beat them. They beat them barefoot. They beat them fairly and squarely. And they proved, probably for one of the first times to the British themselves, that no, India is not a slave colony. India is not to be oppressed. India is not to be used. India is a country of equals. And I think that it was a truth that was harder and harder for the British to ignore. And finally, obviously, it was harder and harder for Indians to accept. And so this was a change in mindset. And I think that's just as important as armed revolt. It's just as important as storming the Capitol. When you change a mindset, everything else follows. And that's at the core of this film. That's why this is such an important film, I think, for India and all people that are struggling to be free.
And how was your chemistry with Dave?
Oh, Dave is fantastic. Dave is wonderful. Dave and I got along really well. At one point, we were both super injured. He'd broken his toe. I'd sprained multiple. Yeah, this is why I say that Golondaaj was a painful film to make, but it's worth every ounce of pain because it is beautiful. Somek Halder is an amazing DOP. We worked together for the first time in Ethiopi John. We shot in Switzerland, and now he's done incredible camera work right here at home in West Bengal. And then obviously Dhruvo Banerjee is an amazing director. I thank these guys for making me look like I know how to play football far better than I do. And Dave as well. I have to admit that these guys are magicians. But it was wonderful working with Dave. He's every inch the superstar, but beyond that, he's every inch a consummate actor who knows his job, who puts his work above stardom. That is the mark of a long and illustrious career. A lot of people become stars and fizzle out, but Dave has had a great career, I think, because he's also a great actor and a wonderful human being.
So please share some shooting memories with us.
Oh my goodness, so many shooting memories. We would be playing football from morning to night. Making a sports film is a unique kind of challenge because if you just imagine every time you receive the ball, if the ball hits your chest, then it goes to your knee, then goes from your knee to your foot, then you dribble it, then you kick it. Imagine every one of those shots has to be framed, has to be lit, has to be captured. So this film took an exceptionally long time to shoot. Beyond that, obviously, there's a lot of characters. So that means that Dhruvo had to write each one of these characters, their own arc and their own story. And I think that this film has given an opportunity for some really incredible, never before seen in this capacity actors to really show what they can do. And I think that's also the mark of a great film. Not just your hero and your heroine and your antagonist and so on. No. There's so many great actors and so many wonderful characters in this film. And all of them had to play football. In fact, I got to bring a bunch of my friends from Mumbai that I play football with. I try to play football once a week, twice a week. Running up to this film, I was trying to play 3 or 4 times a week. But I have friends that I play with in Mumbai, and I brought them along for the shoot to be my team. So that was a very, very cool special feature of this movie was that I was actually able to bring some of my buddies along and have them see what I do. Because they all do different things. One works in a school, one's working in a consulate. So they actually got to be on set with me and be like, oh, wow, it's not all that easy, is it, Alex? Because they see my movies, but they never really know what goes on behind the scenes, how long it takes to get one scene done. I think they have a little more appreciation for what I do.
So, Alex, which is your favorite sport? Soccer,
Football,
rugby?
absolutely. No,
Okay,
soccer.
football.
Football is my favorite sport. I've been playing since I was maybe 6 or 7 years old.
Okay.
I was never the best player. I have to admit, I was never the best player, but I always loved the game. And I even went so far as becoming an official. I was a certified referee. I used to officiate matches. And I continued playing all the way through university. And then, as I mentioned, even when I got to Mumbai, I sought out a group of friends that play football. And this is long before I had spoken with SVF about making a football-based movie. I've always loved the game. And, when I received the call and, we were talking about what is the film about and so on. It's a sports-based film. Okay, fine. I'd done Inside Edge before. It's about cricket. Just between you, me, and the camera, and nobody else. Cricket is not very close to my heart. Football has been a part of my life since I was a little kid, and I have so many wonderful memories associated with football. So to be able to do a football film, especially a film with such meaning and significance, because football is just the context within which a larger, much more important story is being told, right? It's really a fantastic pleasure. It's really my privilege to have been a part of this film.
Okay. Alex, we have seen you in many Bollywood movies. So, how is the journey till now?
The journey has been an adventure. My first films, 2007, Chini Kam and Loins of Punjab. I was introduced to Indian cinema, working face-to-face across a counter with Amitabh Bachchan. Mm-hmm. Learned so many things from him, seasoned actor, an amazing professional, and a star. But once again, just like Dave, he's an actor above being a star. I remember when my first few scenes with him were being shot, and I was amazed that Amitabh Bachchan is not in the frame, but he's there, giving me my cues. Wow. And I think that speaks to the kind of professionalism that Dave also has, and that so many actors that I've had the privilege of working with have. So it's been an amazing journey, not only of acting, but also of exploring. I've had the privilege of seeing so much of this amazing country. With Srijit Mukherjee, we were shooting Rekha up in the north in Sikkim, snow-capped mountains, more beautiful than Switzerland. I've obviously shot all over Tamil Nadu. I've shot in Kerala. I've shot in West Bengal. I've really had a blessed time here in India, and the adventure is nowhere near over. Golondaaj is just one more phenomenal experience that I'm adding to the list, and I feel incredibly fortunate and thankful to be here in West Bengal, and thankful that the audience in West Bengal has accepted me, and it's a wonderful feeling, not just for my films to be accepted, whether they're Hindi or obviously Bengali as well, but my music too. I've really, really been overwhelmed with the positivity I've received for Still on My Mind in 20 Days, the 2 singles that I released independently. So yeah, I'm still on this adventure. I'm still on this journey, and I'm so glad that Kolkata is becoming a much larger part of that journey.
So you are, no doubt, you are a very good musician. You are a very good singer.
Well, maybe there are doubts. I don't know. Some people might doubt.
People are listening to you right now.
Any song you want
to sing or dedicate to our Kolkata listeners?
I would love if you'd go on YouTube, Alexx O'Nell Music, and listen to any one of my songs there. I've actually got 3. 2 of them are in English, and one of them is in Sanskrit. These songs are so incredibly close to my heart. I reply to every single comment that anyone leaves, because if you take the time to listen to my music, I want to know how you feel about it, because my music is so incredibly close to my heart. It's like opening my diary for the world. It's like taking a page out of my journal and showing it to the world. And obviously there's a lot of fear that goes along with that, because there's a lot of vulnerability when you put yourself out there like that. But I've been overwhelmed with the positivity that's come back. What I will do is I will just chant a little bit from the Bhagavad Gita, which is a part of the lyrics of my 3rd release. Not as many people have listened to it, but the people that have connected with it deeply. And it goes like this. Ya enam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam. So that is something that basically the song spoke to me so deeply. It's about fighting regardless of the outcome. And I think that also speaks to this film as well. Fighting even if you think you're going to be defeated. Fighting in the face of all these obstacles because fighting is your duty. Not because you think you'll win, but because fighting is your duty. And the Bhagavad Gita tells us that, look, losing, failing, that's not a sin. Surrender is a sin. Giving up is a sin. So that's why these lyrics spoke to me so deeply. And Golondaaj is no different. Did this Indian team of barefooted players think that they were 100% going to beat the British at their own game? Probably not. Probably not. They probably had doubts. But you know what? They played anyway. And you know what? They won. And you know what? They changed the mindset, and it led to a revolution. So I'm only confident as a musician when I've got a guitar to hide behind. Okay. So next time we speak, I'm going to sing some music for you with a guitar. But in the meantime, please do check out Still on My Mind in 20 Days and a Bhagavad Gita song on Alexx O'Nell Music on YouTube.
Sure. Durga Puja is very near.
Yeah.
What do you want to say and any message for the people of
I am incredibly excited to be here in West Bengal for Durga Puja. Sorry for the mispronunciation. Puja is something that I have seen from afar for all these years, but never had the opportunity to be here and be part of it in person. I'm excited to celebrate with my Kolkata family, which is how I refer to the people that I've worked with over these years, because you get really close when you make a movie with someone, because you're with them 15 hours a day and you're expending all this energy and all this emotion, and I think that you really forge a bond that is unlike anything else. You know, you really work hard, really, really, really hard, and you go through the whole range of emotions. And I think that really binds people together. So I'm really looking forward to celebrating Durga Puja with my Bengali family. And I want to wish all of your listeners a very, very happy Puja.
Sir, movie releasing on 10th. Any message? What do you want to say to
See
our
it.
viewers?
It's going to be a phenomenal film. It is much more than football. It is much more than entertainment, but it is also incredibly entertaining, and it is amazing football being played. Please let us know what you think. We'll be waiting for your reviews because this film is really for all of you. It is our gift to you on this Durga Puja.
Thank you so much, Alex. All the best, and you are the best.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thanks, guys, for listening. This has really been wonderful. I look forward to speaking with you again real soon.
Thank you so much, sir.